Soldier shoved her against the wall, then realized she was his new admiral. The concrete wall rattled as he shoved her against it, his grip fueled by the frustration of a long deployment. She staggered, breath caught, eyes flashing with shock more than fear. The dimly lit corridor reeked of sweat and gun oil, and every pair of boots around them froze mid-step. Whispers rippled through the ranks, but no one dared intervene. He thought she was just another officer standing in his way. He had no idea who she really was. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening. Her name was Evelyn Cross, though few in the room knew it yet. Her uniform bore no stripes, no medals, nothing to betray her authority. Just a plain service coat, creased from travel. She had chosen anonymity for her first inspection, a way to see the truth of the men and women she'd been entrusted to lead. But now she stood pinned against the wall, staring into the eyes of a soldier who would soon regret every ounce of his impulsive strength. Private Marcus Hale's chest heaved, anger sparking in his blood. He had lost comrades to poor orders. He had watched friends fall while leadership sat miles away. When this stranger blocked his path, all his bitterness exploded. "Out of my way," he growled through clenched teeth. Yet beneath his rage, guilt already flickered. He wasn't raised to harm women. He wasn't raised to lash out at shadows. The corridor fell silent. Dust drifted lazily through a shaft of light from a cracked window. Evelyn didn't push back, didn't even lift her hand. She simply looked at him, steady, unwavering, like stone in a storm. That stillness unnerved him more than a shout ever could. A senior officer rushed forward, panic written across his face. His voice cracked as he barked. "Private, release her." But the damage was done. Marcus stepped back, chest sinking as though struck. His comrades whispered, "Who is she?" The weight of 100 eyes pressed down like chains. Evelyn straightened her jacket, the faintest tremor in her hands hidden by sheer will. Then she spoke, her voice calm yet edged with steel. "I am Admiral Cross, and you, Private Hale, have just laid hands on your commanding officer." The words cut like a blade through the corridor. Silence deepened, then broke into a low, stunned murmur that rolled like thunder. Marcus's knees nearly buckled. He had trained his whole life to serve, to obey, to protect, and in a single reckless act, he had jeopardized everything. His mind reeled with shame, but Evelyn's eyes, sharp and weary, saw more than defiance. They saw grief. They saw a soldier carrying wounds no one had tended. Her instinct could have been punishment, swift and merciless. Yet in that suspended moment, she wrestled with the moral weight of command. What was justice? To destroy him for his mistake, or to reach past his anger to the hurt beneath it? The air was thick with judgment from every corner, each soldier holding their breath, waiting for her verdict. She stepped closer, her voice steady enough to still the whispers. "Private Hale," she said, "strength without discipline is weakness. Anger without cause is chaos. But courage is learning to stand after you've fallen." She extended her hand, not in command, but in challenge. "Show me that you can rise." The corridor held its breath. Slowly Marcus dropped his gaze, then met hers again with eyes no longer burning with rage, but wet with regret. He took her hand. The clasp was brief, but in that gesture a tide shifted. The silence broke, not with scorn, but with applause, hesitant at first, then swelling like a wave through the barracks. For Marcus, it was a rebirth. For Evelyn, it was proof that true leadership was not in stripes or stars, but in mercy delivered when it is hardest to give. Because kindness doesn't vanish. It waits, and it finds its way back. And as the dust settled in that dim corridor, the wall that once bore violence now held a memory of forgiveness, etched deeper than any scar. If this story moved you, share your thoughts below. And if you believe in stories where courage and compassion prevail, make sure to subscribe. There are many more waiting to be told.